Well, new tonight, we're taking an in-depth look at a heartbreaking condition that can impact the entire family of the person suffering from it. It's estimated that right now there are more than 155,000 Georgians living with autism. Tonight, CBS 46 investigative reporter Karen Greer explores the ripple effects by showing us all what it's like for one local mom.
Let's go to the bathroom. Effie.
While most 13-year-old boys are thinking about girls or playing sports, Effie Idex enjoys the sensation of slamming his back on the bed.
Okay.
Rivka Idex is used to such rituals, but that doesn't make life any easier.
Let's go. That's enough bouncing now. Come. Potty and shower. Shower? Come. It's hard. I don't know any different, so I think we're all just pretty much used to it, that it's part of our routine. It's essentially like having a 2-year-old, only he's in a teenage body.
Effie was 2 years old when a doctor diagnosed him as being on the autism spectrum. He was fairly obedient until puberty.
We're going to go to the park.
Now, fun time with the family can be anything but a walk in the park.
Come, let's go to the park. No, it's not your car.
And really, since puberty hit, is where we turned a corner where it became unmanageable for me. He took off from me at the park and went running and took off his shoes and stepped on something, and he got splinters in his foot. So I was trying to remove the splinters or just take a look at it, and he kicked. And so I ended up with a black eye.
It's just really stressful. I don't like seeing my mother be really stressed out.
Thank you, Tova.
With 5 children,
Say thank you, Tova.
a practice as a psychologist, and now facing divorce, Rivka has little time for herself.
20 minutes a day I go running. I don't run a lot. I run 2 miles 5 or 6 days a week, and that's my mental health space. That and Starbucks.
Effie is not toilet trained.
Thank you, honey.
His mother says he has taken his pants off in public, darted out in traffic, literally climbed the walls of his room. All just some of the reasons she felt she needed help and could no longer be a 24/7 caregiver.
I got to the point that I said, I just can't do this anymore.
Rivka looked into the few residential facilities and personal care homes in Georgia that take children with autism. None would accept Effie. It was his age or his nature, or the facility would not accept Medicaid waivers, or there were just no openings.
Sit up.
So Rivka began looking out of state. She found Bancroft,
and you can really see the frustration both with the child and the parents.
a special needs boarding school in New Jersey, Medicaid-approved funding for residential costs. But Rivka needed DeKalb County schools to pay for his education.
But usually a school district funds it. Usually the school district makes the referral and says this child can't be educated in our school.
Administrators in DeKalb say Effie is doing well at Druid Hills Middle School and say they're providing a free and appropriate public education under the law. They sent us this statement, which reads in part, "Once the student's progress has been determined and the identified placement has been determined to be appropriate, the district is not required to pay for the cost of education." Bancroft's educational cost, $120,000 a year. Rivka posted an SOS on her Facebook page.
Hey, Effie!
She was overjoyed when a benefactor answered and agreed to pay for Effie's education at Bancroft for 1 full year. That year began in May when the Idex family enrolled Effie in his new school. Teachers say he's thriving. In his first month, he's learned vocational skills, and for the first time in his life, he's wearing underwear. Rivka is still looking for funding from the DeKalb County school system to keep Effie in the New Jersey school. Without it, she'll have to withdraw him and bring him back home. If you'd like to see more on the story or perhaps help the family, go to CBS46.com. Karen Greer, CBS 46 Investigates.